Welcome to the 407 rotor head. Just notice here, this is where the blade bolts go for holding the blade into the grip. So the piece I'm holding there is the grip. And we come down here into this center section, there's the lead lag dampener and the top plate. I call that thing the top plate. So just pull this top plate off and we can have a look underneath. And we expose the yoke. Now we only have one arm of this yoke. It would have 4 blades, so this is just one blade obviously attached to this training aid. Here, this piece we're looking at, there's the lead lag damper, and down inside you can see the shear bearing. Down here, this is where the mast comes up and drives into the lower plate. Let's pull a lower plate out here so we can have a closer look at it. The lower and the upper plates both have these flat stops on them. So as the blade flaps up and down, it's going to hit those limits right there. It's damaged a bit. This one has a little bit more to see. It's got a piece of rubber on there, so that just stops the blade from flapping too much. And again, this is the pivot bearing, which is going to go inside there. And that's the pivot point for the grip as it leads and lags. And then at the root of the grip there, we've got our lead lag damper. So this looks like that, just an elastomeric bearing. And then we have one more bearing that's inside here, and that is the shear bearing, which is going to allow our feathering of the blades. And the piece I'm holding in my hand is called the spindle, and the elastomeric is called the shear bearing. So there's the two as they're attached. And now they're pretty rigid. Bell calls this a soft-in plane rotor head, which is basically it still allows for all the movements of a regular rotor blade. Here we put it vertical so I can move it. Now the pitch movements from the pitch links will come up and twist the blade like that and give you feathering. So that happens around the shear bearing. There's where a pitch link hooks up and pushes it that way. And that's going to allow for feathering. So then we have the lead lag, which is the lead lag damper and the pivot bearing. And then flapping is the flexing of the yoke itself as it moves up and down. So soft in plane rotor head, there you go.